The sons of wisdom are the church of the just, and their generation obedience and love. Children, hear the judgment of your Father, and so do, that you may be saved. For God hath made the Father honorable to the children, and seeking the judgment of the mothers hath confirmed it upon the children. He that loveth God shall obtain pardon for his sins by prayer, and shall refrain himself from them, and shall be heard in the prayer of days. And he that honoureth his mother is as one that layeth up a treasure. He that honoureth his father shall have joy in his own children, and in the day of his prayer he shall be heard. He that honoureth his father shall enjoy a long life, and he that obeyeth the father shall be a comfort to his mother. He that feareth the Lord honoureth his parents, and will serve them as his masters that brought him into the world. Honour thy father in work and word and all patience, that a blessing may come upon thee from him, and his blessing may remain. And
There's the aluminum plant where the byproduct was fluoride that Bernays put in the water. Good news, we have something to be proud about. Oswego, New York broke the record for most bars per capita in one county, and it lives up to this achievement. Here are the 10 drunkest cities in New York. Oh, I know. I started working at a bar when I was 15, started drinking in middle school. I know. But good thing we have the church, huh? Here's Oswego, New York. I have the names of 57 clergy linked to child sex abuse were released Monday by Bishop Robert Cunningham. Yeah, they're all rapists. There's now 11 alleged pedophile priests affiliated with Oswego County. And this is good. This is going to be good overall. Trust me. This isn't bad. I'm not sad. This is what I'm facing in this Patreon bullshit. The threats, the financial threats. That's what my dad did to me my whole childhood. You have to get to a point when you say, it's only money, or else you're fucked. Or else you're bragging about how many bars you have. You're laughing about all the pedophiles in your parishes. I know that path.
Yeah, I probably woke him up anyways. The father's blessing establisheth the houses of the children, but the mother's curse rooteth up the foundation. Glory not in the dishonour of thy father, for his shame is no glory to thee. For the glory of a man is from the honour of his father, and a father without honour is the disgrace of the son. Son, support the old age of thy father, and grieve him not in his life. And if his understanding fail, have patience with him, and despise him not when thou art in thy strength, for the relieving of the father shall not be forgotten. For good shall be repaid to thee for the sin of thy mother, and in justice thou shalt be built up, and in the day of affliction thou shalt be remembered, and thy sin shall melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather. Of what an evil fame is he that forsaketh his father, and he is cursed of God that angereth his mother. My son, do thy works in meekness, and thou shalt be.
I was an outcast. I'm one of the most talented comedians in the world. Fact. I had all the credits, all the Comedy Central specials. Everyone liked me out there. I was a very well-liked person. Because I stood up for against child abuse, not the fake kind where you see these people talking to Congress about human trafficking. No, I called someone out by their name and said, your son isn't trans. That's actual protection. The concept, you can go rally all you want all day long at these bureaucratic domes about the concept of human trafficking. Show me who. Oh, we need to make China pay for who? What's his name? These spells, these concepts, right? And they humiliated me. They called me a Nazi. They called me insane. They said I was going to kill myself. All the bot armies came at me. None of my old friends would talk to me. They took down my picture. They wouldn't allow me to work. I was banned from all theaters, all comedy clubs, all platforms without even a fucking speeding ticket. And my crime was not allowing someone to do to a kid what happened to me without it being verbalized.
Shall not be forgotten. For good shall be repaid to thee for the sin of thy mother, and in justice thou shalt be built up, and in the day of affliction thou shalt be remembered, and thy sin shall melt away as the ice in the fair warm weather. Of what evil fame is he that forsaketh his father, and he is cursed of God that angereth his mother? My son, do thy works in meekness, and thou shalt be.
Let me tell you something. When you're one of these kids, and this is a mass population of children, all it takes is one person to admit it, and that kid can stand strong. And that trauma becomes strength. And trauma is not good, but you can invert it. You can say, no, I now see what you are. And all it took was one person to say what it was out loud with someone by name publicly. And I paid a hefty price, but did I really? No, I was saved. I went to the wilderness, the tundra. It's like out of a storybook. You know, with a new baby, I'm begging God for forgiveness to save them. I have a wife with a brand new baby. She married a dude who could tour and make all this money and stuff, and now it's all gone. I asked God for protection, and I got it. And if people want to just be like, oh no, but the vaccines, and shut the fuck up. I was surrounded by monsters my entire childhood, including my own dad. The psyops were way worse. Thinking about at any moment, Russia was going to irradiate our flesh into liquid. Go tell your priest. Then he'll try and fuck you. And then after he does, you drink the rest of your life. That's my town. 3 nuke plants, 1 steam station, aluminum processing, most bars per capita, pride in alcoholism, and every single church had a fucking pedophile in it because of the Monsignor. Now you want to tell me you're scared of vaccines? My town made that aluminum. Want to know what got me through? My mother and hope. Don't tell me hope is bad. I'll show you a bunch of my friends sitting at a bar right now with a fucking mask on because they thought hope was bad. They thought hope was weakness.
The greater thou art, the more humble thyself in all things, and thou shalt find grace before God. For great is the power of God alone, and he is honored by the humble. Seek not the things that are too high for thee, and search not into things above thy ability, but the things that God hath commanded thee, think on them always, and in many of his works be not curious.
And yeah, I don't like firing up the live stream and being all weepy and fucking sad, but this isn't sadness. This isn't despair. This is triumph. And it makes your voice do that. And I don't like it. I don't like talking like this. I feel like a pussy. But it is what it is. This is how trauma gets out.
By the way, the Catholic Church teaches it. It's the sin of trying to understand things that are above your station that you don't need to understand. For it is not necessary for thee to see with thy eyes those things that are hid. In unnecessary matters be not over curious, and in many of his works thou shalt not be inquisitive. For many things are shewn to thee above the understanding of men, and the suspicion of them hath deceived many, and hath detained their minds in vanity.
My brother sent me this picture of him having a fire with his nieces and nephew, and man, roads lead to roads, you know. And then, you know, I made the mistake. I might, if I didn't do this for a living, I'd probably just have a flip phone. I won't even have a smartphone.
It's not good. You know, I don't know. Whatever. It's pretty much what I have to say about that. A hard heart shall fear evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish in it. A heart that goeth 2 ways shall not have success, and the perverse of heart shall be scandalized therein.
So fucking true. Like your fight is in your heart. My fight is my fucking dad just going, we're gonna be kicked out at any moment. I'm a little kid clawing through garbage cans, getting nickels. You know, trying desperately to give my dad, dude, I used to give my dad like a little bowl of nickels so he wouldn't kill himself. Meanwhile, he's hoarding all the money, and he gave $250,000 to a fucking homo because of blackmail. Meanwhile, we find out he's hoarding all his money for gay sex. Innocent little Owen. I would give him my nickels that I would get from fucking going through garbage cans. And I would have these spasms in my lungs. I thought I had asthma because of anxiety, because of panic, because of fear. My dad was never going to kill himself. And the nickels I gave him, man, I should have kept. And you guys know me, man. I'm not a despair merchant. I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. I'm a fucking positive dude. I'm a good husband. I'm a good father. I'm a good man. I work hard. I had a psychological childhood that should have broken me. And it didn't. Why? Hope. And you want to take that from people? The world isn't dark. No darker than it's ever been. The pedophiles are all known in Oswego. The bars are all shut down. All the bars are shut down. I love it. Those despair factories, they're all gone. Cambridge Analytica is going to make me gay. That's why I sucked a dick. Back in the day, people used to actually hang out. When I was young, people did hang out. And there was violence all the time. There would be bars in Oswego where every single night someone got their fucking face broken. Every night. There wasn't a night where somebody didn't deal with their trauma on someone's fucking face. I get it. You know, I like being I like being around people and all that shit, but don't fucking reminisce, man. Don't act like that was all lollipops and fucking rainbows. And Oswego is not unique. Granted, it's pretty fucking dark, but I know tons of towns with histories like this. Tons. The economy is constantly eating rungs and just letting people die. Guys, Oswego was crushing in the 1800s. We had the Erie Canal, and after the fucking horse-drawn barge was replaced by a steam engine, 100,000 people left, and everyone became a pedophile. It's like the people being like, technocracy! Oh my God, that facial recognition program! Dude, back in the day, there was a facial recognition program, and someone probably broke your eye socket with a fucking bat because you looked at their girlfriend. You understand? That was my childhood was filled with so much violent trauma. I got shot in the eye with a BB gun. I've had stitches all over my body, and I was the nice one. I was the cool one, the one everyone went to talk to about shit. You know, all these thugs would be like, "Hey, Owen, you ever think about dreams?" I was that dude. And I still would have to get in all these violent altercations. I saw one of my friends beat a guy with a tire iron. Tire iron. Oh, but these trolls are making me trans. No. You are choosing it. Guys, you know those irons that are used to change a tire? I watched a dude beat someone almost to death with that at a fucking festival. It was called Harborfest in Oswego. Harborfest. Everyone goes to Harborfest. You just go to Harborfest and just beat each other with fucking tire irons.
And I think it's just from the idea of having to base everything on the Bible and not understanding that's not the purpose of the Bible. And you know, you're just constantly searching for what ties it all together within the book, and there's nothing. I mean, it doesn't have that. But everyone lands in a different thing. If it's the Nephilim, if it's the law, if it's, love or whatever, which is not clear and specific enough. It's beyond our understanding, actually, because it's a supernatural virtue. It's not really what you need to tie it all together in your life. You need an actual law of morality, how to act, and how to treat other people, and how to understand other people so you can point out predators and things like that. You need that. That's why
Oh, I was manipulated into blowing a dude. I shouldn't have had so many beers. It's like, why did you blow the dude? It's like, because the beer made me. Okay, no, you're gay. You're gay. It's up to you to fucking not get emotionally charged. Dude, part of the reason I did this stream is because it worked on me. The bullshit worked on me. I got emotionally charged from more child abuse bullshit, more public schools abusing kids bullshit.
You have such joy in your heart. Why a lot of us had joy when we, listened to Owen or something, because he made an attempt at describing a law of morality. Unfortunately, his falls far short. The idea of be fruitful and multiply, get God, and grow your own food. It just doesn't, it's not enough for the kaleidoscope of life, The Catholic Church is enough. It's got 2,000 years of recorded moral evaluations of decisions for everybody from the emperor of a giant empire to a lowly slave. So, and detailed, not just treat your master as if he was God. That's helpful, but detailed. Like, when do you actually turn against your master? How do you seek your freedom? Things like that. A hard heart shall fear evil at the last, and he that loveth danger shall perish in it. A heart that goeth two ways shall not have success, and the perverse of heart shall be scandalized therein. A wicked heart shall be laden with sorrows, and the sinner will add sin to sin. The congregation of the proud shall not be healed, for the plant of wickedness shall take root in them, and it shall not be perceived. The heart of the wise is understood in wisdom, and a good ear will hear wisdom with all desire. A wise heart, which hath understanding, will abstain from sins, and in the works of justice shall have success. Water quencheth a flaming fire, and alms resisteth sins. And God provideth for him that sheweth favor. He remembereth him afterwards, and in the time of his fall he shall find a sure stay. Because we all fall eventually. All right.
That's why I show my family. That's why I show my sadnesses, oddly. Because it's like, this is how you get out of it. You're going to feel what I felt today.